Well, that was weird, and I wanted to say it in French, and of course I don't speak French, so I used Google Translate here, and there's how that was weird is spelled in French. I'm not even gonna try and say it, but Google Translator will say it, so let's hear how it sounds.
C'était étrange.
There we have it. And what was strange, well, and why would I want to say it in French? Well, of course, it's the outcome of the French election. And what I think is weird about it was first the polling was right. And, given Brexit and the US election, the fact that the polls actually predicted who was going to win, that's weird. And what's also weird was the market reaction to that. So let's take a look. So here's the S&P 500 futures on a 10-minute chart, a very short time frame here. But as the market opened for the week, initially the market popped up just a little bit. And that was really the expectation. All the commentators were saying that if Macron was elected president of France, that global markets would go up because, of course, the markets like stability, and the other candidate was at least viewed as introducing some instability and real disruption in the eurozone, a lot of change, and so apparently that's not on the table. And expectation was that the market was going to rally on that, but then it pulled back pretty sharply. So that initial enthusiasm has flattened, at least in the first hour or so. So really important to see how this opens up later, and Monday morning at the New York Open, and how things play out over the next period of time. Here's the gold chart, and gold typically has, typically on a broad scale is inversely correlated to the S&P 500, to the indexes, and it did open somewhat sharply down, but now it's recovered quite a bit, and it's actually up about 0.5%. So, boy, anybody's guess what's going to happen at the open on Monday. Oil is up just a little bit here, about from Friday's open, actually up quite dramatically, 1.5. And that's really good news because we happen to be long in oil on a short term, on a 10-minute chart for my trading room. So I'm shifting over to a little bit longer. This is the daily chart for the S&P 500, and what's interesting here is we are just a whisker away from the previous intraday high. We're just a couple ticks away now, so it'll be interesting to see if at the open, if the markets are up. If they are up any degree, we're going to put in a brand new high, at least intraday, for the S&P 500. But what really matters here as traders and investors is what's going on a little bit longer term. We're at a super key level here again, up against the previous high put in back in the end of February. If we go above that high, that's breaking through some resistance. You can see price has been up against that for about a week. If we break through it, we're probably going to go make more highs. And if we don't, and if it fails and reverses, we're probably going to continue into at least a short-term pullback. So kind of a critical level. We are above the Ichimoku cloud, which can predict some support areas, but you can see it's getting very thin, and the thinner it gets, the less support it provides. So I don't have a specific prediction at this update. I'm going to watch very closely, and again, I think it matters which way it breaks from this level here. If it breaks through this level, it's probably going up a ways. If it reverses sharply down, we probably got some more lows coming, at least in the short term. And it's anybody's guess. And in trading and investing, I make it a habit of not guessing. I trade the realities. So we've got several good positions that we're trading that are really independent of the indexes. And I think that's the better play right now. The indexes are really, really tough to call. Whichever way they go here, there may be some trades and some probability, but for now I'm sitting out the indexes on the S&P 500, the Dow, and the NASDAQ. Gonna let them prove themselves and see what happens. You can see in the oscillator here, we are losing momentum. So even if we go make some new highs, I'm not looking for huge highs, not at this point. Maybe incremental. But that's what it looks like for now. And again, I'm not going to make predictions when I don't have anything based in reality to base predictions on. So that's where we're at. It'll be interesting. It'll probably be somewhat volatile and dramatic at the open, and there may be some short-term trades to take there. But meanwhile, I'm going to keep the powder dry, going to use strict risk control, and trade based on the realities of what's going on. So if anything new happens, If we get clarity, I'll provide a midweek update. Otherwise, the next one will be coming next weekend. And take care. We will see you then. And as always, please send questions, comments, feedback. I respond to every one I get. Thanks, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.